go.
I think I get the start I wanted there. Jesus, wait.
What the fuck are you doing, man?
Good start, mate. Nice one.
Car right, clear right.
Wait, you're going so slowly. You out-qualified me, buddy.
Right side. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
Oh, that was close.
P16. Sector 1 time is good.
Whew. So we're alive, which is, again, the main thing. Oh, too much curb.
The leader has just done a 118.00.
Oh, way too hot.
16th place. That last lap was a 119.28.
Screwing that one up.
Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. The leader's just done a 117.89. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. That lap was a 120.12. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
I followed the guy ahead.
On your right. Hold your line. Clear right.
Sector 2 is 0.28 off the base.
Went way
Car
too hot.
left, clear left.
The leader has just done a 117.88. Pay attention to track limits, please, Rob.
Ah, this has gone all Pete Tong. Fuck yeah.
We've been warned about track limits.
That's what happens when I push too hard.
329. Yellow flag, caution. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
I don't think I damaged anything, but... Hey, Raging Kano, how you doing, dude?
Sector 2 is 0.47 off the pace. The gap in front is now 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, good, good. Better than I was. Obviously, made a bit of a hash of this race, but
Alright, Rob, don't think about
life
lap
is
times.
better.
Just hit each
Better
and every
than,
apex.
definitely better than it
28.
was.
Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. That lap time was 119.88. The car behind's pitting. Our refueling window will open after 18 minutes and closes after 29 minutes. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.32 off the pace.
What the hell, man?
Sector 3 is 0.34 off the pace. You've just done a 119.42.
Exit stage left.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. Pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now 12 seconds. Okay, Rob, you're gaining on the guy in front. The gap is 1.7. That lap was a 1:19.22. That's your quickest lap in this session.
Oh. I'll see what I can salvage from this. Coming way too early there.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap's now 1.0.
I went in way too hot there. Back end was skipping around.
Your lap times are improving. This is exactly what we need. Your last lap time was a 1:19.01. Good lap. That's your quickest so far.
Racking up the off tracks, which isn't good.
Sector 2 is 0.8, off the pace. All your apexes. Wait for the chances to come, mate. The gap in front has increased to 0.8. Your lap time was 1:19.37. Sector 1 is 0.6, off the pace.
Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Sector 2 is 0.47, off the pace.
There's a bunch of smoke down the end of the road there.
Okay, Rob, you're gaining on the car in front. The gap's now 0.6. V26, that lap time was 1:19.15. Sector 1 is 0.7, off the pace. You've used half your fuel. Sector 2 is 0.42, off the pace.
On your right. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right.
Oh, there's one down. Oops, way too hot into there.
Your lap time was at 120.01. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. You're pulling away. The gap behind is now 0.8.
Oh, so we got a pit stop soonish. Roughly 9 laps.
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace.
I'm going to wait to the very last lap though. To the very last lap of fuel even, till I pit.
B24, that was 119.34. Sector 3
Right,
is
other people make
0.28
mistakes.
off the pace.
Still got 22 minutes left. I think the pits will be roughly with around 8 minutes
Sector
left.
2 is 0.37 off the
8
pace.
to 10 minutes maybe.
The gap behind is now 1.0. You've just done a 119.20. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. You're reeling this car in. The gap's now 1.0. Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
So yeah, roughly around 10 minutes left. We'll end up pitting.
That lap time was 119.07. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 3.
Clear left.
You just managed to save it.
Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
I hope so. I've got one. See about the second.
Okay, Rob, there'll be chances here. Let's make sure we can take them. That's 20 minutes to go. Half distance. Should be about 8 minutes of fuel left. Sector 2 is 0.33 off the pace.
Far left. Clear left.
Yep, there's the second one. Nearly died again. Oof. Oh, way too hard today.
That was a 120.09.
Yeah. Rather than do a bit more predictability though, going in sideways, and I'm not sure where they're going to end up, isn't the greatest move in the world. So.
The gap behind is now 1.1. Sector 2 is 0.42 off the pace. B21, your lap time was 119.38. Sector 3 is 0.2 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
I'm catching 20th, but I'm not catching any of the cars ahead of that. At least it doesn't look like it anyway.
Sector 2 is 0.25 off the pace. You've just done a 119.02. You need to find a 10th in Sector 3. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
Ooh, I'm pushing as hard as I can as well.
Of fuel remaining, 5 minutes.
Need to go in the next few laps.
There's a car leaving the pit lane. The gap to Junior ahead is now 2.3. That lap was a 119.03. Alright Rob, 15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes.
Sorry I'm not
Stay
talking
calm,
much,
keep it
guys.
smooth.
Sorry, I'm not talking much, guys.
Sector 2 is 0.40 off the pace. Your last lap time was at 1:19.00. That's your fastest lap today. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. You're reeling, Junior, in. The gap is now 1.0 seconds. 2 minutes of fuel remaining. Okay, Rob, very little fuel left. In this lap, box this lap. Pit lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour. Box in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now. The lead car's pitting. Pit exit's clear.
I think I maybe could have gone one lap. It is what it is.
B23.
One more lap, sorry.
Right side. Still there. Clear right. Car right. Clear right.
Great move. Keep it up. B22.
Oh, a bit too hot into there.
The gap to Junior behind is increasing. It's now 1.0 seconds. Sector 2 is 0.28 off the pace.
Number one guy is just an absolute alien.
10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Okay, Rob. Lap times are pretty consistent. The gap
This
to
is as high as
Junior
we're going to
behind
get
is increasing.
unless there's
Now
issues for the
1.6
cars ahead.
seconds. You've just done a 119.06.
Now, if the guys ahead end up fighting,
Sector 2 is
we might be able
0.38
to make some
off the
spots
pace.
back, but I don't think it'll be enough to save any iRating, so at least this will be good seat time and good laps for tomorrow, because we'll be racing here again, but in a league instead of an official.
V19. That lap was a 118.92. That's your quickest lap in this session. Okay, Rob. The next car is Phillips.
You saw how easy it is to make a mistake, so
off the pace.
people ahead could still make one in the next 8 minutes. But as always, thank you all for watching, it's very much appreciated.
Sector 2 is 0.45 off the pace. You've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. The track temp's increasing. It's now 22 Celsius. Sector 3 is 0.27 off the pace. That lap time was 119.28.
We're definitely losing some safety rating. Now this Giles guy ahead has lost some time. We can maybe catch up with him. We've only got 6 minutes though, so I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. Oh, that's close.
P18, Sector 3 is 0.38 off the pace. That lap was a 119.31.
Pushing way too hard there.
Okay, Rob, you're reeling. Phillips in. The gap is now 2.6 seconds. Sector 1 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
There's another spot.
5 minutes to go. 5 minutes
Unfortunately,
left.
the next driver is 10 seconds down the road, and we're not going to get that person in time. But, yes, so 17th, I think. Thank you.
gap to
A lot
Junior
of them
behind is now
struggling in that
3.1.
Porsche, which is why I've gone nowhere near it. I know some of my teammates have tried it and some love it,
17th place. Sector
but
3 is
some just hate it,
0.6
and I
off
just
the
haven't
pace.
even bothered.
That last lap was a 120.00. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
Oops, turned in a bit early there.
Come on, Rob. Push, push, push. We can catch this car.
I'm pretty sure we can't, Swatter, but I'll do my best. So he's very optimistic at times.
Sector 2 is 0.47 off the pace.
Oops. Went a tad bit too hot there.
That lap was a 119.48. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Someone's gone and done a heckin' large dead. It's another spot for us. If anyone else would like to crash, that would be very much appreciated. Struggling a bit now. I've actually caught up with the people that I was fighting with
Okay, Rob, we estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
before I sent it off the track. So
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Sixteenth place. That lap time was 119.80. The car in front of us is Henry. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
So I'm just keeping the guy behind at arm's length. I think there'll be 2 more laps after this.
Sector 2 is 0.35 off the pace.
So there's potential that we're going to get caught by the leader. Potentially go a lap down. Oh, I screwed that up royally. So I'm sure the next lap will be the last lap.
Sector 3 is 0.37
Which means
off
the
the
leader
pace.
should be on his
Your lap
last
time
lap, I
was
think.
119.36.
Oh, Jesus. These tyres are knackered and I'm pushing way too hard. Most probably more
Sector
of
1
me
is
pushing too
0.8
hard than the
off the
tyres,
pace.
but it is what it is.
Sector 2 is 0.40
At least we
off the
salvaged
pace.
something. It's not great, but it's better than where we were, which was dead last at one point. Oh. It's the last lap.
You've got 2 minutes of fuel remaining.
Should be enough. Yep, it is just.
We're running on fumes, mate. One more lap to go. You've just done a 119.44.
I've caught up a bit with the Henry guy ahead, but obviously not enough laps to actually catch him and overtake him.
Two litres remaining. P16. Okay, we're done.
Bit disappointed with that, but we did survive, so.